Guesstimates, the most asked interview question, be it in consulting, product management, MBA colleges, or even software development. Guesstimates are questions you must know how to solve. Why are guesstimates so popular? Because it tests the mental thinking ability of a candidate. Today, I am going to solve a guesstimate question for you. The question that I was asked in the MBA college when I interviewed for one of the big 4 consulting firms. The question was, how many washing machines are sold every day in India?
जोर से बोल के लोगों को स्कीमें बता दे.
Don't rush into the problem. Ask some clarifying questions to the interviewer. The question that I asked is, ma'am, are you talking about only the commercial washing machines that we as a family use in our house, or are you talking about industrial washing machines as well? This is a brilliant question to ask. Not that I am too brilliant, because I had already practiced this guesstimate before. When you know how to solve a guesstimate, don't make it evident to the interviewer. Take some time to think as if, oh, you have never heard this question before. Next, tell what are the different approaches that you can take, and take the interviewer in confidence that, okay, this is what I am going to try. This method is what I am going to expand upon. When it comes to washing machine, you can either solve this from the demand side, that is, this is the entire population of India and they want these many washing machines. Or you can also tackle it from the supply side, that these are the different washing machine companies of India and they are producing these many machines, and based on their production, this is the amount of washing machine that they are being produced. The problem is there are a lot of washing machine vendors and they have different strategies and price points. So in order to solve this side of the equation, the number of variables that you would need would be quite a few. So I would think solving it from the demand side is the better approach. I told this to the interviewer and she agreed. So I started with the demand side. Firstly, what is the population of India? 140 crores. How many families are there in India? In India, the families stick together. So I would think that every family would have 1 or 2 kids, father, mother, and someone, older generation, also living with the family. So I considered 5 as the average size of families in India. So 140 divided by 5, 28 crore households in India who might need a washing machine. Next, we will go to the demographics of India. I assumed that 20% live in tier 1 and metro cities, 30% live in tier 2 and tier 3 cities, and 50% of our population lives in villages. It is always essential to take the interviewer in confidence. Ask him or her that whether they align to your assumptions. Next, let us understand what classes of people live in each of these types of places. So in metro and tier 1 cities, I would assume that 30% are lower class, 50% are middle class, and 20% are upper middle or higher class. In a tier 2 and tier 3 city, I think 50% of the people are lower class, 40% are middle class, and only 10% are upper middle and higher class. In a village, I assume that 80% of the people belong to the lower class, 15% belong to the middle class, and only 5% belongs to the higher class. Next is to understand what portion of these classes would be interested in getting a washing machine. In a tier 1 metro city, I would think only the middle class and the higher class would be interested in one. 100% of upper middle class and higher classes would be interested in a washing machine, and 50% in the middle class. I don't think lower classes will be able to afford a washing machine. Next, in tier 2 and tier 3 cities, again, I assume that 100% of higher class would be interested in a washing machine, and in the middle class, I assumed that only 30% would be interested in a washing machine. Lower class, again, no. And in villages, I assumed only the higher classes would be getting a washing machine, but then again, there would be troubles of water and electricity. So I said that only 60% of the higher classes would be getting a washing machine. So bringing all this together and doing the calculation, I came out to a figure of 4 crores. So that is the amount of washing machines that are there in India presently, according to the calculations that I just showed. This might not be an accurate number, and no one is interested to know what the accurate number is. It's just that I was able to divide the problem, understand supply side and demand side. I become an asset for, let's say, a marketing research firm who has to understand how many people would be interested in your product. So you should be able to divide the problem into manageable steps. Now, coming to the question, how many are sold in a year? Normally, a lifetime of a washing machine is about 10 years. That's exactly how many years my washing machine lasted in my family. So I'd say that 4 crore divided by 10, that is 40 lakh machines are needed every year, just based on replacing the older washing machine, and there is a growth of about 5% in India. You can also ask the interviewer if he or she is aware of any growth statistics of the washing machine market, or should you just consider the growth of India. So if I take 5%, it is 4 crore plus 5%, that is 20 lakhs. So the total number of washing machines being sold is 40 lakhs plus 20 lakhs, that is 60 lakh machines a year. That's it. Thank you and Jai Hind.